forgot to film a story. Morning Instagram over here at one of the rentals, checking in. One of our tenants' mailbox keys isn't working, so grabbing the mail for them, getting a new copy made, and heading back to the office. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Social media is a pain in the ass. The amount of time social media takes, it's like another full-time job. There's so many platforms out there now. There's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Clubhouse, YouTube. I just feel like every day there's just a new social media platform coming out there, and it's the new hot thing. And algorithms are always changing. People are posting tips and tricks about what's working and what's not working, and just keeping up with posting content all of the time. It's just, it becomes overwhelming, and it's definitely overwhelmed me in the past and still overwhelms me even now. So obviously, social media has tremendous positive impact on almost any industry, including the real estate industry. You have instant brand awareness. You can showcase your products to a large amount of people in a short amount of time. You have instant credibility in your industry, so people know what you're doing, they can see what you're doing, they can follow your day-to-day, so they know you're real and you're legit. Lead generation is a huge component of social media as well. I touched upon that in a previous video, all about lead generation and how you can leverage social media to generate leads for your business or for your real estate business. It's also a relatively inexpensive way to push your product. Facebook advertising or Instagram advertising or YouTube advertising is generally way cheaper than paying a huge production team to create content, to create marketing material, to create ads for TV or print, etc. So pushing your product via social media platforms is generally very, very inexpensive, and it allows much smaller businesses to succeed in that way. There's also a bunch of stuff about social media that clearly annoy me and I think are just annoying in general, and I'll just touch upon those quickly. You know, I think a lot of people post the pretty stuff on their accounts. You know, everything is perfect, everything's hunky-dory, everything is going tremendously well in everyone's lives on social media, but we all know that that's not really the case, it's not really the reality. So, you know, I like following accounts that are more real. People post about their wins and their losses and talk about how they've overcome those losses. I think that's an important aspect of business in general. Just being able to conquer or be able to succeed after you've had losses or learn from your mistakes and how never to do that again is very important. So just posting pretty pictures every day is just, I know it's not reality. People can be cruel. You know, we all know and seen all of these documentaries about Facebook and kids these days, and to be honest, being a parent and having 2 young kids, it scares the shit out of me about how social media is going to affect their lives. And I talk to my wife all the time about how long we want to keep them off of the computer or a phone, and it's like, oh, they're not getting anything till they're 18, and I know that's not reality, but people are cruel, and you look at comments that people leave on, you know, YouTube accounts and Instagram accounts and stuff like that, and it's like, do you really have anything better to do with your time? You know, like the trolls out there. That's a pretty negative component of social media, and I know that a lot of these platforms have tried in the past and are continuously trying to kind of figure out a way that works in order to weed those types of things out, but it's just kind of the reality and the nature of the beast, allowing people to freely and openly talk and post about everything they're doing in their lives, and creating a public account. I mean, if you have a public account, you're opening yourself up to public comment. I mean, if you don't want that, make your account private. It's just kind of simple. And I think the last annoyance, and it's kind of an annoyance, but it's just time suck. Social media is a time suck. You know, it's between posting and between just watching other people's posts and reading other people's posts and watching other people's videos and content. It takes a lot of time. It's a full-time job in of itself. You know, it's like I spend a lot of time on social media, and sometimes it gets pretty aggravating because it's like, clearly this isn't my main business. I have a real estate business and I have a development business, and you know, trying to balance social media, not only creating content, but watching other people's content, it just takes up a lot of time, and managing that time is very important, and dedicating specific hours of the day to social media and making sure you block that time for myself is a way that I've been able to kind of unplug and make sure that I'm not going down the rabbit hole of just going through TikTok or YouTube and watching video after video after video for hours on end. So that kind of leads me to how we're using social media in our business and what our plan, at least for 2021 into 2022, is. Right now, you know, I'd say the majority of our content has been Instagram. We've been doing Instagram for a number of years. We've been at it for a while. You know, I feel that my posts on Instagram, that it ebbs and flows. Sometimes I'm really into it, sometimes I'm not really into it. And I know everyone's like, you gotta create content and just push content. It's like, to my previous comment, it just takes a lot of time. And sometimes when we have a lot going on, social media falls by the wayside. And I think that's one thing that I need to be better at going forward. You know, regardless of how things look, I want to concentrate on just posting more and using tools like Later and planning tools where I can make sure that I have posts scheduled out multiple weeks as opposed to me having to do it every day has been super valuable, and we've been using that platform for a little while. We're not sponsored by Later, but Later, if you want to sponsor this post, let me know. So using and leveraging tools to streamline your social media content and posting has definitely helped. So Instagram is one of the tools we're using. I try to use stories for kind of my day-to-day, doing things throughout the day, short clips here and there. I haven't really gotten into Reels yet. I know that's kind of a big push, but I haven't really done that. And then posting static content on Instagram, kind of the pretty picture type stuff of either projects that are going on, finished projects that we've done, things like that. That's kind of what Instagram is being used for. We want to start creating more content like this on YouTube. So we really want to start pushing our YouTube platform, creating these vlogs, creating some project walkthroughs, maybe doing some product reviews on stuff that we're using in our projects themselves. So that's kind of the YouTube side of things. Haven't really done much on TikTok. I've done a couple like funny videos on TikTok. I don't know how TikTok can be leveraged right now for our specific industry. So that's kind of a TBD going forward. I know that there are some real estate professionals and developers that have posted on TikTok or are posting on TikTok, but for the longer form content, TikTok is a hard platform because a lot of the stuff that we're doing isn't just like a 30-second clip. So trying to figure out how to integrate TikTok going forward is something that we'll probably look into maybe as a kind of goal for next year. So LinkedIn is another tool we haven't really used in the past. I know LinkedIn has tremendously changed their platform over the last couple years. They've kind of migrated from just that kind of connecting with other people to more of a social media platform where you can, post stories or post, certain topics that you're interested in, and other people can comment and share and like and things like that. So we haven't really done that, but I think LinkedIn has become a really powerful tool to connect people in your specific industry and be able to network digitally via LinkedIn. I think that's probably something that will also explore going forward into the next year. Clubhouse is a new tool that has come out in the past year. I think Clubhouse was actually born out of the pandemic. Everyone was stuck at home, and being able to kind of connect with people during the pandemic, I think Clubhouse has kind of filled that void. But to be honest, personally, I used Clubhouse when it first came out. I participated in a bunch of rooms or whatever, but as the pandemic has started, as things have started opening up again and we're doing more in-person networking, I feel that Clubhouse might start to kind of go away and not be used as much. I know I actually deleted the app. I don't really use it anymore. So that's just kind of how my personal take on Clubhouse. And then finally, Facebook. I used to use Facebook all the time. I was on Facebook every day. Facebook, became popular when I was in college. I just feel that it's kind of overdone at this point. I don't know. That's kind of my personal take. I think that we don't really use Facebook. I mean, there's a lot of Facebook groups that we've joined in the past, but I think where we are in our career, where our business is right now, we're not leveraging Facebook on the business side. I mean, I sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace that my wife wants me to sell all of the time, but that's on the personal side of things. I don't even go on to my personal Facebook account and do any posting at all, really. I don't really even go on my personal Instagram account anymore and do posting. I mainly try to focus on the business because, again, it just takes so much time. It's like I don't have time to manage my business social media accounts and post on my personal Instagram or social media accounts. So that's kind of where we're at from a social media standpoint. I think that there's a lot more out there and things that we haven't, even touched upon yet. That's kind of how we're leveraging social media in 2021 into 2022 and kind of what our general plan is. All right, I need a coffee, so be right back. So if you're currently not on social media or any type of platform for your business, I'm not talking about personal, but for your business, I suggest just create an account, start posting. It doesn't hurt. I know I kind of sound like a broken record from all of the gurus or the Instagram people out there, but just start posting and people will follow you and you will grow your brand and you will grow your brand awareness. And ultimately, you might be able to sell some product on social media, whatever your business may be. It's not necessarily about quality content. And I think that's kind of the analysis by paralysis that a lot of people suffer from when posting on social media. It happens to me all of the time. I try to say to myself, I'm not gonna post because this isn't good enough, or it's not gonna get enough likes, but it just, the more content you post, the more people will follow you, the more people will see what you're doing, that you're actually doing something, that you're actually doing things in your specific industry. So just start posting. It's a broken record, but just keep doing it. And just be consistent. I suffer from that all of the time. I'll go crazy posting for a month and then I'll take 3 months off. And that's a huge mistake because all of that momentum that you build from that past 30 days, it will just get completely wiped out and then people will stop following you and you'll lose all of that momentum. With that, I need to post another story for my content. So I'll leave it to you and just start following. And actually, if you aren't following us, and you want to like, subscribe, hit that little bell, we'd really appreciate it. And catch you on the next one. Bam.